I've applied for many seasons. I applied for season 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this one. Strategy is to just go in, be myself, get a vibe for people, and then figure out like who I want to be my ride or die. Then like get that working, talk to them, make sure they're on the same page. And then I think it would be great if like I could get in alliance with other people, they could get in alliance with other people, then we divide and conquer, you know? In a perfect world, that's what would happen for sure. And if there's any like super like dude bro who just thinks he can like comp his way to the end, I don't think we'd really get along that well together from the strategic sense. Like, I mean, comp wins are great, but I always like it better when like players don't need the comp wins, you know? I get though at the end, like you kind of need a clutch win here and there. It's like the end, there's only so many people. But like having to like win your way to the end for multiple weeks isn't my favorite. Ally, I'd like someone who's just like someone who's chill, who's got a cool head about them, who's strategic and smart and quirky, because you want to have fun, right? And I'm a quirky guy. And yeah, just I feel like me, I'm a big fan of the show, obviously. I've seen like every episode. I'm gonna lie about that though. I'm gonna have them think, oh, I'm kind of more casual. My mom watches it. I just watch it with her sometimes. So if I could find someone who's also like knows the game, but I'll pretend like they know it better than me. So like they think that they're the top one in the alliance, you know? So yeah, I think that'd be great. I'm single and ready to mingle. I mean, a showmance, it can be a benefit to your game. It can be a detriment. At the end of the day, though, if opportunity knocks, it's like sometimes you just gotta go for it, you know?
I'd like people to know that I am, as much as I like to play off, like, oh, I'm like, you know, I'm a flirt and everything like that, and you know, I'll chit chat to the cute guy that I see and everything like that. I'm really for the girlies. Like, I really want to align myself with other strong, independent women. Because like I said, it's about time for another female winner. So I think I definitely want to see the women thrive. That'll be the theme of this season, is watching the females thrive. Season, they're kind of like starts out and then they kind of like trickle off and you know, go their separate ways. So I really want to start that all female alliance and keep the female alliance. Like we need those numbers to get us to where we want to be. But it's sticking together throughout the game that's the hard part. You know, I think again, it's easier to align yourself with men because, you know, when it comes to endurance competitions and physical competitions, sometimes they do thrive at those kind of things. So me and my competitive nature and being an athlete and everything like that, for me, that's not a concern. So I'm going into this like, I know, like the girls need to stick together. Like, hello, this is why the men keep winning. We need to stick together. Power in numbers. So I'm gonna try hold on to them as long as I can. Honesty is like my biggest thing. I will be trying to play as honest of a game as possible. So the people that I'm working with also kind of need to share that value. And, you know, I don't want to be that master manipulator in the game. I just want to kind of be an open book and see how far that gets me. That being said, if I do have to tell a little sweet lie, I will do that to keep my spot in the game. But hopefully it doesn't come to that as early on.
I like that first week is very important to make connections. So I'm definitely going to try and pull people in as much as I can that first week. Whether that's somebody coming up to me or me going up to other people, that first week is very important on making connections. So definitely going to try really hard that first couple days to make as many alliances as I can. My strategy when it comes to competitions is just like knowing when to throw a competition and knowing when to go for one. A lot of people say that winning the first HOH is a bad idea, and I do agree with that. I feel like it puts a target on your back, but you don't want to be the first one out because there's slim pickings in that first week. People usually tend to go for the people that drop out first. So I'm going to have to try and like pull down my competitive spirit just a little bit so I don't gun for that first HOH. I feel like my favorite house guest right now is Spicy V. She's just the one that really stood out to me. She went into the house just as herself, and I think that really stood out to me because that's what I want to do. I don't want to try and change myself. I want to go into the house exactly as I am, but I'm not trying to be the next anybody. I'm just trying to be the first me. And the other house guest that I really like is Erica. She was a comp beast. I feel like she was definitely robbed in that double eviction. But yeah, I definitely just want to, yeah, I look up to both of them. Showmances, I don't think I want to work with people that are showmans. Showmances usually tend to have a big target on their back because, well, when you're in a relationship in the house, you have somebody that you can constantly trust and constantly go to. and that puts a big target on your back. So I think I'm going to try and veer away from any showmans if possible.
I am a fan. I understand where the fans come from, and I want to play as a fan in this game. I want to do the things that fans want, maybe even to my own detriment, but I want to play the Big Brother game. I don't want to hide in the shadows. I want to be there for them because I'm there for me, because I also am a huge fan. My ideal would be to win the first HOH, and then have people come to me and give me the options, and then I can assess whether those options are good or not. Yes, I would like to be in an alliance. That's the safest thing to do in the game of Big Brother, but I wouldn't want to do it right off the bat, because what if you say yes and that person turns out to be a big turd, and you don't want to work with them anymore? It's going to be difficult to navigate out of that without hurting and getting blood on your hands. The weird thing is I'm such an extrovert that I think I will work well with introverts. Just to have that balance, because when you have extroverts, too many extroverts in the same room, just suck the air out of the room. So a nice balance who's not thinking with their emotions and their ego, that is really downplayed and thinking about the game. I would like to balance off of that. Whatever information I have or thoughts that I have, I would work well with that.
My biggest downfall would be not being able to keep up a facade, I guess. Because, you know, like I said, I'm a very blunt person. My emotions are on my face. I tend to get an attitude fairly quickly if I'm like irritated. So just having to hide that, I think will be difficult, having to lie to people, because I love telling people like what it is. I always tell people what they need to know, not what they want to know. So I'm going to have to do the reverse and tell people what they want to know, opposed to, you know, what they need to know. So people, an archetype I wouldn't see myself working well with. I do feel I am good at relating to everyone and, you know, being friends with every different kind of person. But I would say anyone who's kind of a floater. Like, I don't like people who can't make up their mind. I feel that, you know, you should kind of stand strong in what you feel and not just, you know, kick your feet up and, you know, we're playing a game, we're here for a reason. So, you know, bring it. Alliances, I'm just going to have to get in there and see. Like, I very much, I need to meet somebody and see how I feel, but I will kind of pretend to be in alliances. I don't feel like you need like a ginormous group of people to make it through, but obviously you want to have protection on, you know, every corner of the house. My strategy going into the game is definitely just to be myself. I think it has carried me very far in life so far. And then aside from that, I really want to find one person, maybe two, depending on the vibes, but definitely one person I'm really, really loyal to and actually very much myself. And then everyone else is kind of just disposable. So
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like 100% familiar on it, but I've watched some of 6, some of 7, all of season 3, and a part of season 2. So watched one full season anyway. Strategies after changing now 2 or 3 times, because the more I watch it, the more like different I feel. Like my strategy now is completely different than what it was when I was first here, honestly. Like my strategy now is, I think I'm going to be competitive when I need to be competitive and in like dire situations, and try to just be well liked, social, and just like kind of slide it under the radar, low key kind of. Strategy was going to be to make an alliance with 4 to 5 people, and those 4 or 5 people go and get in good with another 1 or 2 people, which makes your chances a little more better if you're getting, well, in your chance to get evicted or whatever. I'm going to try to start an alliance, I feel like, and from the beginning, yes.